Hello, thank you for joining. I'm Samantha Simpson, and I help people find their inner courage, perseverance, and strength through a mindful movement practice. And things are, frankly, pretty scary right now. And we're all feeling it, no matter how we express ourselves. Tonight's practice is going to be geared towards finding our inner courage, our stamina, and our perseverance. It's a beginner's level class, and we're going to learn how to expand our heart center, which you can think of that as your rib cage expansion. This beginner lesson is suitable for anybody. I work with people privately, and I work with groups. I do video classes weekly, just like this. And if you're interested in learning more, if you like how you feel afterwards, please send me a message and let me know. Leave a comment and share your experience. We'll start getting grounded in our body. So getting grounded in your feet. Getting lighter in your heels and heavier in the front part of your foot. Yeah. Keep a bend in your knees the whole time. So you've got a stability, a groundedness to the earth. I'll step back so you can see my feet. So from the side you can see my knees are bent. My body weight is more towards the front of my feet. And I've got such stability that I can find a bounce or a pulse within. I encourage you to look for a bounce or a pulse at any time tonight. That's how you know you've got stability and anchor. You're not going to lock out and hurt yourself anyway. So really get rooted in the front part of your feet and find that pulse, that internal sway and movement. And whenever it speaks to you, I encourage you to express it. All right, so now that we're rooted from the hips down, let's think about our rib cage. And you can bring your hands to your low side ribs now. And put your hands in your low back ribs. And they really go pretty low, lower than you think. Get familiar with this area of your body, the side ribs. See if you can stretch them out and make them bigger. Another area to get familiar with is the place between your shoulder blades. A lot of times we're told to squish that area and close it off. But this is a primal area of courage. This area will keep you feeling safe and comfort yourself. So I encourage you to get this place bigger. Take your shoulder blades off your back and experience your radiant rib cage all the way around. So let's get started. Minding these principles. Rooting down to the earth. Close your eyes and breathe in bigness into the rib cage. Imagine each breath in fills your rib cage like it's a blimp floating towards the heavens. Each breath out, maintain that bigness, that fullness of the rib cage. So your breath starts to be from your belly area. Breathe in. Big ribs all the way around. Breathe out. Maintain that bigness. Breathe in. Lift up big and full. Breathe out. At your own pace, continue breathing. Feel your head space lift and get tall. The crown of your head reaches towards the ceiling. Your ears subtly tuck back, just slightly. The front and the back of the neck are both long here. Make your arms be straight and find a gentle tone in your whole body so that nothing's really wiggly or wobbly or soft, but nothing's really straining either. We'll call that uniform tone. All right. Take one more big breath in, big rib cage. Exhale out and open your eyes. So we've expanded the rib cage. We're nice and big here. Our arms are toned and straight. Good. Yes. Reach your arms out to the level of the horizon. Yeah, there they are. Now find a tone all the way down your arms. It zips through. Exhale. Sit your butt back. Tailbone rises. Inhale. Push your hands down like you're pushing yourself out of a pool. Let's continue that with our breath. Inhale deeply, and then exhale, hips back. Inhale, push yourself up. Exhale, hips back. Continue this following your own breath. Uniform tone in the body. When you push yourself up, try to float your rib cage real tall. When you sink yourself back, really get rooted. Feel strong and confident. Feel full and enlivened. You might start to sweat a little bit doing this. Good. Let's take a pause. Still staying big in the rib cage, holding ourselves up tall. Staying full all the way around the back. Good. Now reach the arms forward and then reach them up slightly. So not straight overhead, just a little bit forward so that you can keep that fullness in the place between your shoulder blades. Push your hands forward to stretch that back out. We're getting big in the back ribs. Nice. Keep at it, guys. You're doing great. Root down. Heels light. Reach the arms forward and up. Stay big in the back part. Push the right arm forward. Yeah. Now push the left one forward. Tilt your head back. Throat open. Good. Again, right forward like you're reaching for something forward and up. And then the left one forward. Stay big all the way around. Yes, you can do it. Good. Then let's find some stillness. Pause. Big ribs. Full all the way around. There you go. Cool. All right. We'll do a little dancing move in it now. So heels are light, toes down. Pin your hips where they are. So hips are back, tailbone lifted. We're going to do some rib isolations here. So start to sway the ribs side to side. It's okay if this is a little bit confusing. We're not really used to moving the ribs by themselves. But this is going to wake up your side body, and you're going to find a new way to express yourself physically and emotionally. Good. When it starts to open up a little bit, maybe get a little bigger. And allow your arms to move like mine are. They're like tentacles, moving and swaying in conjunction with the ribs. They gently follow the direction of my ribs. Nice. Make it into a fun little dance. Sway it. Good. Maybe add your head along. And then eventually, add your hips into the mix. Isn't this fun? Good. Let's find some stillness. Breathe in big ribs, big radiant ribs. Expression forwards, sideways, backwards, always. Big ribs, radiant heart, all the way. Head floats. Cool. Bring your arms back to the level of the horizon. Act like you're holding a big steering wheel. Push your shoulder blades off your back. Make your back part nice and big. Yeah, and then we're holding the steering wheel. Let's drive the big bus. So bend your knees, sit your hips back, and then turn. Let your right ribs rise. The right ribs open up and even lift the right shoulder towards the ear. Open up and then drive back. Yeah, drive a little bit down the road. Good. Get your motor running. go the other way. Turn. Yeah, let the left shoulder blade slide up off the back. It glides towards the ear. The right ear tilts down. So the left ribs have so much room to expand from the side. Yeah, gently pulse your hips back. Good, come back up. I know, that's a lot. We're not used to opening up our side ribs. It feels different. Take it in. You're doing great. You're doing great. Breathe. Good. Let's change things up a little bit. We're going to come to the ground. But first, step wide. So step in a wide-legged stance. Bend your knees and let your booty go up and back. Body weight still in the front part of your feet. Bring one hand to the back of your neck. Wrap it all the way around so you've got yourself a neck brace, like you're wearing one of those white foam neck braces. This really does serve as your neck brace. Take the other hand, and it's going to be a headrest. Really use that hand pressure to push your head into. Notice my elbows. I'm going to point them forward because if I widen them, I close off my back ribs. If I point them forward, then I can get nice and big there, and that's where my courageous space is. That's my perseverance. Push that back and open, and I'm going to really push my head back into my hands. Yeah, that's going to open my front body too. So I'm opening the front back and the back. I'm opening my rib cage all the way around the front and the back. Good. If you're not already, step wide, hips back, root into the paw, the front part of your foot. Sit the hips back, and then inhale, open the belly. Exhale, sit the hips back, elbows forward. Inhale, open the belly, head presses back into your headrest. Exhale, root down. Inhale, root up. Good, and then release the arms. Do the seaweed sway again, that fun little dance. Yeah, you're doing great. It's a lot of work to open up the ribs, especially if you've unconsciously closed them up for years, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. The more you lift your ribs and let them float, the longer your waistline gets. The hips root to the floor. The ribs rise to the sky. More space in the neck and the waist. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, come to the center space of your mat if you're working on a mat. Shift the weight into the left foot and step the right foot back just about 1.5 feet. Bend the knees so the hips are back behind both knees. Bring your arms up to the level of the horizon. Pretend like they're sitting on a shelf. Push them down into that shelf and allow your ribs to rise. Exhale, pulse the hips back. Inhale, push your hands into the shelf. Ribs rise. Last time, exhale. Let's go down all the way with control. Knee touches down, good. Step the left leg to match the right. And then sit down on your heels. This would be a good time to sit on a block or a cushion, if that's more comfortable for you. So sitting on the heels in hero pose, we can get full advantage of radiant ribs, expanding in all ways. And you can put your hands on them again. Breathe in, big ribs. Yeah, and take your hands and pull your butt out from underneath you. So from the side, you've got a really open, full spine. We're honoring the natural curves of the spine, but we can also lift up fullness and get the waistline nice and long. We can get nice and tall. Yeah, breathe in, big ribs. Let's take both of our hands to the sides of the head, elbows forward. So just like when we were standing wide-legged, Hands go to the back of the head, elbows point forward so the back heart can get full. Open, belly, lean back. Stretch the skin between the shoulder blades. And exhale, come back down. Cross the right hand to the outside edge of the left leg. Keep your chin lined up with your sternum and then gently twist to the left. A little pulsing twist here. We're not going that far. And we're twisting at the waistline, not at the head. This is another way you can separate the rib cage from the hips. A lot of times they get locked together, which results in back pain, low back pain, and a loss of a waistline, if you're worried about that. So the easy thing to do here would be to take the twist in the neck, because we're more mobile there. We've got more of a range of movement. Well, let's see if we can do it lower down in the spine. Feels good. Switch the hands. Left hand goes outside edge of the right leg, and we'll twist to the right. Ooh, yeah, that needed it. How you feeling, guys? You're doing great. Keep the radiant ribs lifting and tall. Twisting, elbow towards the nose. Good. All right, reach your arms out back to the level of the horizon. Find a tone in them, and then come up to high knees. Keep a space between your ankle and the floor, and this can help you root your hips back. Energetically press your knees away from each other to mound your glutes upward. So this will keep you buoyant and rooted to the earth. Can you feel that? Act like you're pressing your knees away from each other, but don't actually let them slide apart. That fires up the glutes. And let's pulse from there. Pretend like you're putting your hands down on a shelf and pushing your heart up. Hips back, exhale. Inhale, push heart up. Head floats with it. On your own, pulses. Yes. Good. Keep that alignment of the spine. Bring your hands back to the sides of the head, elbows forward. And we're going to crescent to the right. Yeah, maybe just a little bit, that's fine. Let the left neck get so long. Keep your face forward towards me. Yeah, and you can feel the left ribs start to open up towards the sky. Exhale, press your hips back. Inhale, rise the ribs like a rainbow. Again, exhale, hips back. Inhale, rise the ribs like a rainbow. And then inhale, come back up. Let's try the other side. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, rise the ribs like a rainbow. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, right ribs rise. On your own, pulse. Opening up side body. Beautiful. Good. Release the arms to the level of the horizon. Keep your head up, your heart up. Shift the weight to your left leg. Step the right one forward. Keep your belly long and come to standing. Let's pause. Breathe in, big, courageous ribs all the way around. Exhale, feet root, hips root. Slight bend in the knees. Yeah, and a little subtle sway. It's a gift. Nice. Let's come to the center of our space again. Put the weight in the left foot and take the right foot to the left knee. Push both knees forward. Bring the arms to the level of the horizon. Push them forward and up. Make the back heart big. Yeah, lean your heart back. Lean your head back. One more breath. Exhale. Cross the right leg over the left. Press the right foot down, the ball of the right foot down on the floor in front of the left. Press your knees away from each other. Sit your hips back and grab your opposite elbows. Push elbows into opposite hands. Head back, heart full. Lifting ribs, rooting hips. Can you pulse a little here? Imagine your elbows are on a shelf. Good. Release the arms. Release the legs. Take a little sway. You're doing great. Stay full in the ribs. Like you've got balloons under your armpits. The back can stay big and courageous all throughout. Shift the weight into the right leg. Bring the left heel to the top of the right knee. Push the arms forward. Get big in the back. Lean back. Hips back. Knees forward. Can you pulse here? Good. Slide the left leg, cross it all the way over the right. Touch the front of the left foot on the floor. Squeeze and push the knees away from each other. Separate the sits bones from each other. Grab opposite elbows. Breathe in, big ribs, float you high. Head floats you high. Exhale, sit back. Pulse. Beautiful. One more pulse. And then exhale. Sway it out. You're doing great. Step wide on your mat. Deep squat. All the way down. Lower knees down. Belly's long. Good. Start to pulse. A little pumping up and down. Tailbone on the rise. Belly long all the while. Use your arms to find the pump. It's joy radiating. It lifts you up. You can't be sunk. Last time, pulse back. Your heart is like a buoy. Your whole rib cage is like a buoy. Your hips press back. Knees resist each other. Reach the hands down. Heart stays lifted and full. Touch down the hands. Good. Walk the knees back so that the knees are a little bit behind the hips and the hands are a little bit in front of the shoulders. We got a big, wide area. We're taking up a lot of space on the mat. Good. Now squeeze your palms and push your back heart away from the floor. Lift it towards the ceiling. See how round I am in my upper back? Yeah. And then lift your tailbone at the same time. Press your knees away from each other. All fours. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. Knees resist away from each other. Upper back rounded. Lower back rounded the opposite direction. What do you know about that? Yeah, we can pulse back and forth here. Good. Tuck your toes under. And we're going to twist from side to side. So lift your knees off the floor. Twist the knees to the left. Sit the butt near the feet. All right, we're going to do that again. Lift up. Twist the knees to the right. Sit your butt near your feet. Your arms are way forward. Let's do that several more times. Twist. Yeah. Twist. Yeah. Stay full in the ribs. Last time, twist the knees to the left. Sit the booty down on the floor. Good. Yeah. Tilt the head to the side so that the crown of the head is pointing at the floor. And let your left ribs rainbow towards the ceiling and away from you. The head points to the floor. Left hand to the floor and then slide to the side. Beautiful. Nice. Push your butt back a lot so the belly and the whole front body is open and long as it can be. Bring your knees to 90 degrees and stacked. Bring that top arm out in front of you so you can get really tall from the side. So my side body is so triumphant and tall. I'm not leaning forward or falling back or crumpled small. I'm big from the side. I'm so big from the side that there's a space between my waistline and the floor. Belly long, head back. Smile. Good, nice work. All right, take the top leg and bring it on the floor in front of the bottom leg. Think big ribs is gonna float you up. Keep your legs exactly where they are. And we're going to push our big ribs up and come onto our forearms. Big ribs tall, forearms down, legs exact same spot they were. Do a little wiggle here. We're opening up the side body. We're separating the hips from the ribs. You're opening up space for emotional expression, for courage. See how big you can make those low ribs. Good. Now slide yourself down. Roll your head back. Roll your back back. Roll your butt back. Bring your feet to the floor, knees up. And then walk yourself one body part at a time back to the center of your space. We're going to go to the other side. All right. Left arm goes overhead on the floor. Scoot your booty back. So I've got a nice inward curve of the low back here. And my upper back is nice and full. The top arm is straight in front of me. And I'm nice and tall from the side ribs. I'm not collapsed forward or tucked under in the tail. Sad tailbone tucked under. Yeah, let's open up the belly. Get broad, get open, full, breathe in, big ribs. Now take that top leg and put it on the floor in front of the bottom leg. Stay inflated in your big ribs. Bring your right forearm to the mat. Push yourself up, the ribs float. Left forearm goes to the mat. Breathe in, big ribs, so big. Head lifts. And a little pulse and wiggles here. Separates hips, waist, ribs. Good. Slide left arm long. Roll onto your back. Walk the hips back to your center space. Beautiful. Bring your arms overhead. Your knuckles touch the floor over your shoulders. Elbows point towards the ceiling. Yeah, just like that. Breathe in, big ribs. Untuck your tailbone so the belly gets long and there's a space between your low back and the floor that a cat could walk under. Cross the right leg over the left and then bring the left hand to the right knee as you slowly lower both knees to the left. Allow your right shoulder blade to come up off the floor. The right elbow stays pointed at the ceiling. And align your chin with your breastbone. Breathe into big side ribs here, not allowing them to collapse or get small even though you're twisting. Big breath. Exhale. Exhale. Good. Gently untwist. Bring both hands back to chin up bar, knuckles to the floor, elbows towards the ceiling. Uncross the legs. Cross the left leg over the right. And then bring the right hand to the left outside knee. Slowly lower both knees to the right. Yeah, the left shoulder blade comes up off the floor. Left elbow stays pointed at the ceiling, and your chin is aligned with your sternum. Tilt your head back. Open neck. Ah. Breathe in, big ribs. You can find a little wiggle or pulse here. Good for you. Nice. Nice. All right. And then roll back. Head back, ears back. Bring your hands to your buttocks. Untuck the tailbone. Walk the legs long. And then reach your arms towards the ceiling. Walk your back part back. Hug yourself. Stretching shoulder blades away from each other, giving your courageous self a big, beautiful, thankful hug. Thank you. Release the hug arms and bring your arms to the sides. You can have the palms down for grounding or up for opening. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Wiggle the knees and the elbows, the shoulders and the hips. Slide your right arm long overhead. And then roll into your right side. Slide and glide to a seated position, letting your radiant ribs lead the way. Come to seated, belly long. Ribs triumphantly float tall. Touch fingertips together. Fingernails interlace with each other. making a big globe with your hands and arms. Push your back back, your head back. Making a container of safety for the whole world. Press your palms together. Bow your head in gratitude for your blessings. And then reach your arms forward and up and express your greatness to the world. Namaste. If you've liked this video, please share your experience in the comments. If you want feedback on your postures and yoga poses, please hit me up directly. And if you have any questions, I would love to chat. Please let me know. Thank you for joining today. And I wish you the most beautiful radiance in this changing world.